The Kenya pipeline scandal, when oil became liquid gold. Welcome back to True Crime Kenya. Today's story flows through pipes, not veins. Pipes meant to fuel a nation, to power her roads, her homes, her industries. But instead, they became the veins of greed. The channels of one of Kenya's most expensive thefts. This is the story of the Kenya Pipeline Company and how billions vanished, not into thin air, but into the pockets of the powerful. The promise. When the Kenya Pipeline Company KPC was created, it was hailed as a symbol of progress, a modern, efficient way to transport fuel across the country. From Mombasa to Nairobi, from Kisumu to Eldoret, the lifeblood of the economy would flow cleanly, safely, and honestly. Fuel is Kenya's heartbeat. Without it, the matatu doesn't move, the lights don't glow, the nation doesn't breathe. But where there is oil, there is always temptation. And soon enough, those same pipes began to carry more than petrol, they carried corruption. The plot. The first tremors of scandal began in the early 2000s. Billions of shillings quietly vanished from project budgets, especially from the Sinendet-Kisumu pipeline and Mombasa storage upgrades. Contracts were inflated, invoices forged, and entire projects existed only on paper. Then came 2008, and with it, the oil stock scandal. Thousands upon thousands of liters of fuel disappeared from KPC depots, gone, as if swallowed by the earth itself. The loss? More than 7 billion shillings. KPC's explanation was almost laughable. Evaporation. As if billions could simply drift away on the wind. But Kenyans knew better. The 2018 pipeline scandal. A decade later, a new promise arrived, and with it, an old sin. The Nairobi-Mombasa Line 5 pipeline was announced, a massive 48 billion shilling project meant to modernize Kenya's fuel supply. But once again, the numbers didn't add up. Auditors uncovered a trail of deception. Tenders awarded without due process, fake procurement documents, payments made for substandard pipes, consultancy fees that led nowhere except perhaps into deep pockets. The managing director, Joe Sang, and several senior officials were arrested. They faced charges of fraud, abuse of office, and conspiracy to steal public funds. But justice in Kenya is a fragile thing. Cases dragged, evidence disappeared, and one by one the accused walked free. Billions gone, no one held accountable. And once again, corruption evaporated just like the oil it fed upon. The legacy. The Kenya pipeline scandal is not only about stolen money, it is about the stain that never fades. Corruption, like oil, seeps into everything. It clings, it poisons, it leaves a mark that no amount of scrubbing can erase. Every liter of missing fuel meant higher prices for matatus, for farmers, for families. Every stolen shilling meant another hospital without medicine, another road without tarmac, another child without a future. Through it all, the same powerful men smiled behind podiums, shaking hands, signing contracts, and siphoning hope. The bitter truth: from Goldenberg to NYS and now KPC, the pattern repeats like a curse. Different faces, same greed, different schemes, same pain. The Kenya pipeline was meant to move fuel across the land. Instead, it became a perfect conduit for corruption, a pipeline of plunder running straight from the treasury to the powerful. No shots were fired, no alarms were raised, but the damage ran deep, silent, slick, and suffocating. Because when oil turns into gold, it's never the people who profit. It's the few, the well-connected, who drink while the nation runs dry.